Welcome everyone to Oceanside Library. This program is our natural home cleaning. I now would love to introduce our presenter, Janice Imbrogno. Thank you, Janice. Take it away.
Thank you very much. I'm so happy to be here this evening, and I would like to just open your mind up to different things that you can do to make your home happier and healthier by substituting simple things that you probably have in your home to clean and keep your house nice. I'm going to share some slides and I will go back and forth. So, okay, so this presentation is your healthy home, clean, safe, and sanitary. I'm going to show you, these are some of the, there are many topics, so I just wanted to give you a little overview and you could just glance through that quickly. I also wanted to mention if you want to take some notes, I will be giving out a lot of information, so if you want to run and get a piece of paper and some paper and a pen, that would be great. And if not, all the recipes and instructions for the products that I'm going to share tonight, I have in a document that I can share with Ocaria, or that I will share my information so you could also email me. So what I'd like to accomplish today is to have you to be aware of the toxicity and the harmful chemicals in many typical products that you buy in the store, and to be able to make, not, as I mentioned before, make some non-toxic products yourself with simple ingredients that you have at home. I'm going to introduce essential oils to you and explain how that adds to the effectiveness of your homemade cleaning products and also helps motivate you to clean. We'll talk about the difference between cleaning, disinfecting, and sanitizing, and I hope that I motivate you and teach you some ways to save some money. So I'll put this screen up for just a moment. This is my contact information. I will put the same screen up at the end of the presentation. My phone number, email, website, and social media are on here. So if something that I talk about tonight interests you and you want to learn more, I do a lot of education about these different topics. I am a home economist and an essential oils educator, and my whole focus is about home and family and health. And since I discovered essential oils, that just upped my game with everything I do with home and family. So I'm going to spend the first part of this program talking about the air quality, because you know what, the air quality of your home really affects your health. They've done studies of women who work at home before everybody was working at home, and it showed that both they and also in the study participants who worked in the cleaning profession, both those groups of people had a much higher incidence of respiratory diseases because of the chemicals that they were breathing in. So I just wanted to mention that I'm going to tell, again, like I said, with the paper and pen, I'm going to give you a lot of information, but please don't be overwhelmed. Take whatever resonates with you. If you get one thing out of tonight or two things out of tonight or something motivates you, please just, you don't have to do everything. You can always contact me again if you want to learn more about anything else. So a clean home does not smell of chemical cleaners. I don't know how many of you have ever been outdoors and you walk past a house and their dryer is on and you can smell the fabric softener or the dryer sheets. It's such a distinct smell. Or I don't know how many of you visit homes or your homes yourself, no judgment, but use a lot of fragrant candles. Those smells are highly, highly toxic, and fabric softener and plug-ins and fragrant candles are the most harmful to your health. So it's just nice to have a home that you walk into that smells clean and fresh. Maybe you'll smell some essential oils, and maybe you'll smell some just fresh air. So here are some tips to keep the air in your home fresh, clean, smelling neutral or slightly natural, and having no harmful effects to your respiratory system. Number one is open the windows, even in the winter. If you can, just even a crack, you want to circulate air. Even new carpets that you bring in, upholstery, textiles, as well as cleaning products have harmful chemicals in them. I also am a really big advocate. I have a plant right here because I'm going to show it in a minute. Plants and nature are so healing and healthy. And as you all know, plants give off oxygen, and plants also help purify the air. Diffuse essential oils. I don't know how many of you are familiar with essential oils, which I will explain what they are, or if you know what a diffuser is. This is just something that you put water in, and it's like a little humidifier. And here is an essential oil, and just an example of one, and it goes into the air, and that also cleans and purifies the air. Some people don't allow shoes in their home, and some people take their shoes off before they get in or right at the door, because that brings in a lot to the house. I'm going to mention in another slide about the importance of cleaning the ducts and vents and prevent mold. And my alternative suggestion to fragrant candles, because I love candles myself. I get my fragrance from my essential oils, but I love beeswax candles. Some people say, oh, I have soy. Well, let me just tell you, the danger with fragrant candles is that those candles are made from a paraffin, and paraffin comes from petroleum. Now, soy is too soft, so usually paraffin is mixed in it or it's in a jar. But you want to be really careful that the fragrance is not harmful and that there is no paraffin in a soy candle. So I think visuals mean a lot. And my niece watched, I did this program for another library recently, and my niece, she's 25, she watched, and after she saw it, she pulled out her, I think I have a picture of it in the slides, I think I edited it in. She pulled out her air conditioner filter, and it looked just like that. Sometimes we don't realize. I also want to mention dusting is important, and later on I'll tell you what's actually in dust. But microfiber cloths are great. I'll hold these up when I stop share screening so you can see them better, as well as the essential oils. But it's really important to keep the air in your home. And yet this was her testimonial. This was her actual screen. And then I'm going to tell you about many cleaners. One of my favorites is the Thieves Cleaner, but she cleaned it with the Thieves Cleaner, and this was the text that she sent me. Good thing you told me about this. So if anything at all, this motivates you to go check the filters. Now, these are for portable or in the wall or in the window air conditioners, but if you have a full system, you want to have that checked too, because mold, bacteria, and dust holds microbes, so you really do want to have that periodically cleaned. So I'm going to mention essential oils a lot, so I might as well just tell you in the beginning, what are they? Essential oils, you see them in little bottles, and some people might say, oh, that's a little bottle of perfume, but it's not a synthetic fragrance. Hopefully you're not going to buy cheap oils, because those might have synthetic fragrance. This is just a distilled, usually a steam distilled part of the plant. So a farmer will farm, hopefully again, essential oil without any pesticides or herbicides or weed killers and that kind of thing. Just grow the plant naturally, and then they either take the root or the grass or a stem or a leaf or a flower or a bark or a combination of those parts of the plant, and they steam distill, and what drips out is the essential, it really is the immune system of the plant, because we're exposed to viruses and bacteria and mold, and so are plants. So when they do the distillation, this really healthy part comes out. But not only that, it's fragrant. So these oils have properties that I have listed on the side, and I use them for sleep and anxiety and all types of things. But today we're going to focus on how they help you clean, the aromatherapy, how they affect your brain, how they make you feel good when they clean, and how they assist in the cleaning power. So one little, well, I don't want to give too much away, but again, I use Young Living. Just pick something that's natural. Often the essential oils sold in the stores do have solvents, chemical solvents, and heavy metals and pesticides, and then you're defeating the purpose of, because I'm going to teach you about chemicals in natural cleaners, and you will defeat the purpose of using natural cleaners if you're using an oil with synthetic fragrance. So I'm going to start with one of my favorite things. I'm just going to reach over for my purification spray, and then I'm just going to go over some of the things on the slide, and then I'll stop screen sharing. So you can diffuse this spray. This is my substitute for Febreze. as I'll show you, Febreze is highly, highly toxic. And this is a natural essential oil that will take odors away. So I put it on cotton balls and we'll stuff it in sneakers. I'll make a spray and spray my furniture, backpacks, gym bags. I diffuse it when I cook. I'm going to stop sharing for just a moment so I could show you a little more clearly, and it'll also be a time, sorry, that I can check the chat. But actually, Okaria, I'm going to ask you because for some reason I can't see the chat. So you please jump in at, whenever you want to tell me what's going on in the chat. But I wanted to show you, this is the spray. I put about 40 drops, 45 drops of this oil and water in a glass spray bottle. Usually you can make a lot of sprays for your home, and I'll give you more examples with essential oils. Either use glass or hard plastic, because if you buy an inexpensive plastic, the essential oil is going to just it's going to start to dissolve the plastic, and then the toxic chemicals in the plastic are going to get into your healthy spray. I also want to mention this is great if you have pets, and I have a cute story. A good friend of mine had a dog who the dog was getting old and wet the dog bed, and her husband happened to be a professional carpet cleaner, and I came over with this and he said, if I had anything that took the smell of dog urine out of carpets, I'd be a millionaire. And he was kind of making fun of me, all in good fun. And my friend and I actually hosed down, it was warm weather, we hosed down the dog bed, we sprayed it with purification, let it dry, and then she actually put it in the washing machine with some of the purification essential oil, and there was no smell. So it just does some really good things. All right, so that is purification. Also, if you want to freshen your carpets, you could take some baking soda. Well, you'll know what I mean. Just put it in a little dish, put a couple of drops of purification essential oil on that, sprinkle it on your carpets, let it sit for 20 minutes or so, vacuum it up. It's a great refreshener. I'm going to be using the word thieves a lot. So at this point, I also just want to show you the thieves spray. Maybe I should stop sharing again, just so you can see that, because this is one that I made myself, and I just wanted to see if I had a bottle. I don't know where my Thieves essential oil went, but I'll be showing you pictures of it. I don't know how many, again, of you are familiar with it. The Thieves is an odd name, and you're like, what is she talking about? Purification, I can understand it purifies the odors, but what is Thieves? So Thieves is a name that is based on a legend, and a lot of essential oil companies have similar names to Thieves. It's based on a legend where a group of criminals who were spice traders were robbing the dead and dying during the bubonic plague, and they weren't getting sick. And when the authorities caught them, they found out they were spice traders, and they were using clove and cinnamon bark and different things that are in the thieves spray or the thieves oil. So the thieves oil is a blend, and it's a blend of clove, cinnamon bark, rosemary, eucalyptus, and lemon, as opposed to, say, for example, let me just pull one oil. This is a bottle of oregano essential oil. This is just from the oregano plant, and this is peppermint. So this is just from the peppermint plant. Those are singles, but purification is a blend and thieves is a blend. So I just wanted you to understand that as I went on with the presentation. So I mentioned thieves, and also vinegar is great at absorbing odors, as does baking soda. So, you combine some really natural ingredients and some essential oils. Just want to go back and make sure. You can do wonders for odors, and you do not have to use that Febreze. So Febreze is toxic. I am not going to read this all. You can glance through it if you'd like. You're welcome to take a screen share. When on your own, you could just Google dangers of Febreze. But I just want to tell you that it masks odors. It doesn't eliminate them, whereas essential oils can eliminate odors because it could really kill bacteria and germs. And the Febreze doesn't. I just want to go over briefly what's highlighted. It has BHT in it, which is a known neurotoxin, endocrine, that's your hormone system disruptor, and it hurts the reproductive system, and it has I don't even know how to say, acetaldehyde, known to cause cancer, toxic to reproductive. I mean, I have so much of this information that I don't want us to get bogged down in it, but I do want you to have your first awareness, and then we could talk about why, but I want you to have your first awareness. Just look at the label. You know, if you compare that to this spray that I made, this has essential oil and water in it, and sometimes I add a little alcohol or non-scented witch hazel just as a little preservative if I'm not going to use it. But that's it. Oils from plants. It's just common sense. But what's also interesting, I'm going to stop the share just so I can talk to you for a minute again. What's so interesting is, you know, when you know better, you do better. And I didn't discover this natural way until my children were a little older. And I wish I knew this when they were small. But it's never too late to change. And, you know, why do we buy this stuff? Because our mothers bought it and we used what we saw at home. So when I got my first apartment, I started to clean my bathroom with Clorox Clorox bleach, because that's what my mother used. And within seconds, I had splashed it in my eye. Thank goodness nothing serious happened, but it's highly toxic. My mother used to open the window and run out of the bathroom and yell at us, "Don't go in the bathroom," because she knew the fumes were so serious. So just to answer, well, why do we buy Febreze or why do we buy Clorox wipes? Because it's what we see in the stores and it's we're known, what's known to us. So now that you know that's a pretty scary looking label. Um, Essential oils make wonderful room sprays, and I told you about that, and I'm going to give you some recipes. And again, feel free to screenshot this. This is the recipe for the purification spray and this thieves spray. That you can buy a thieves spray, and this has a little bit of a different purpose than this. This one it just makes your home, it has cinnamon in it, and it makes, especially the fall's coming up, has orange in it. It makes your house smell so great. You don't want to use Glade or Airwick Solid. Those are so, you can look them up, and I'm going to have this on a slide, but it's EWG.org, the Environmental Working Group. You can see how toxic all those air fresheners are. So this just smells really nice. The purification takes away odors. This has some alcohol in it. So this I use, I'm going to tell you different uses, but one use is in public settings, public restrooms, shopping cart handles, doorknobs, you know, just when I want to clean things up. Here's another recipe that I love. And my friend, the one I told you about, whose husband is the carpet cleaner, she's a special ed teacher. She loves this for her classroom. So again, feel free to screenshot it. And once again, you can email me and I will send you a packet of all these recipes, but I will also be sending them to Okaria, and you could contact her at the library and she could also pass that on to you. But these just other examples of beautiful, fresh, natural things that you can spray in your house, and you're not going to be coughing or gagging or doing any harm to the organs in your body or your respiratory system. So I showed you my diffuser before. The diffuser can, when you use it, it can affect your air quality, and I told you control odors, make your house smell nice, uplift you, motivate you, because let me just explain, when you breathe in essential oils, they go right to the amygdala of your brain, which is the emotional center. So they can relax, they can energize you, they can make your home feel warm and cozy, and it just adds to the freshness, both emotionally and physically, of your home. So let's talk about plants, because again, I'm spending a lot of time on air because I think it is so important. Here is, let me stop sharing for a minute, because I want you to see. Here's my plant again. So this thieves spray, if you get mold in the dirt of your plant, this will take care of it. And you don't want a bunch of moldy plants around, just like you don't want moldy showers or moldy basements, because it gets in the air. So you can just put a few spritzes of that in the plant. And then when I go back to the slide, I'll show you, you can spray peppermint. Here's my peppermint spray. This is just peppermint essential oil and water. And when you spray this around your plants, it deters bugs. You can just use peppermint spray to it's not going to kill ants, but it will keep them away. You can put peppermint in cotton balls. Rodents don't like it, but it will keep some little bugs away from your plant also. There's an oil called Citrus Fresh, which is a natural fertilizer. So let me show you a little bit more about the plants. And I mentioned some of these. Oh, I'm going to be teaching you about Thieves Household Cleaner, and you can dust the leaves with this. And what I like so much is when you use essential oils to care for your plants, I don't know, there's something very satisfying about it because it's so natural and nature is just so wonderful. But the plant reacts with the plant products. You're not spraying it with end dust, you know, like it's that so counterintuitive to have this beautiful nature plant and you're spraying it with end dust. So, you know, I find it to be a beautiful way to live. Now, this is my favorite. I just happened to put it in this bottle, and here's the recipe, which you can read, and again, you can copy. THHC is Thieves Household Cleaner, and I will just show you again. I just take this, and as you can see, I'm just misting the plant, and I think the plant loves it, and I know that I absolutely love it. All right, so we're going to be talking about cleaning. So I just want to briefly mention organizing is so important, and that's a whole nother class. But if you don't have clutter, you can clean so much more easily, effectively, quickly. And, you know, sometimes my house looks messy, and I hate to admit that, but I could clean it up so quickly because I'm organized and everything has a place. So if somebody's coming over, I'm not well, maybe once in a while, but hardly ever am I shoving things in closets. I can put everything away because everything has a place. So that is a book that I recommended. The authors of that book actually did a presentation for this library. They're wonderful. I've learned from them. And just a shout out, those are a couple of organizing tips. The 30-second rule is so easy. It's just, if you take something out, say you take out your hairbrush, some people will just leave it on the bathroom counter, but it takes 30 seconds to put it away. So again, another whole topic, and not to overwhelm you, but I like to start with being organized before I start with cleaning. Okay, I just want to, Karia, is there anything in the chart before I go, because this is kind of like the next section. Is there anything in the chat before I go on?
No, oh, no worries. No, there isn't, Janice. Go ahead. You can
continue. All right, great. So now we're going to talk about what is cleaning, sanitizing, and disinfecting. Because, and this is an example, there's not a lot of clutter here. You don't have to have your house this sparse, but you could see this house is easy to clean. And sometimes we get these three things confused. So cleaning is what we're used to. Okay, cleaning, you're getting rid of debris and dust and grime, and you're just cleaning surfaces. You wash, you sweep, you dust, you rinse, and that's what cleaning is. Basic stuff. And it contributes to a healthy home because germs can't like just dwell in all that grime and grease and dirt and dust. You clean it away and you have less germs in your house. So you have less risk of illness. And of course it makes your house look nicer and you're healthier. And the most important thing is in this time when so many people are interested in sanitizing and disinfecting, the important thing is you must clean first. So I don't recommend Clorox wipes, but if you have a filthy surface and you go over it with Clorox wipes or some kind of disinfectant spray, that spray might kill what's there, but it's still going to be dirty and grimy. And the Clorox wipes are really not meant for cleaning. They're meant for disinfecting. So clean before you sanitize or disinfect. And this was just an example of how I was cleaning my grates from my stove, because that's cleaning. And sanitizing, I showed a picture of a cutting board because sanitizing is usually associated with food, your kitchen. I would suggest just basic, I told you I was a home economics teacher. have a separate cutting board for your meat and poultry, and make sure that's the type that you can put in the dishwasher. Your dishwasher has a sanitizing cycle. Your washing machine has a sanitizing cycle. It technically means getting bacteria off the surface. And it doesn't necessarily mean viruses and funguses, but some products will also, sanitizing products will take those off too. You do it for frequently touched surfaces, your doorknobs, telephones, shared computers. But what's interesting is people will take a Clorox wipe the surface and say, oh, that's great. But they don't realize you have to read the label, and it says there needs to be time for it to sit soaking wet and dry for it to be effective in sanitizing, and that could be between 4 and 10 minutes. So anyway, that's what it is, and you don't want to overuse it. Just like antibiotics, antibacterial soaps, you overuse sanitizing products and bacteria is going to mutate. So disinfecting is like the third level, and that's usually done in hospitals and medical settings. By definition, it kills more microorganisms, including viruses on surface. I mean, we don't have to split hairs. What's the exact definition? It's what you want to get done in your house is what's most important. And again, you don't want to overuse disinfecting products. And some of them can be really strong. I'm just curious, they're going to be disinfecting in schools, and I'm just curious what products they're going to be using. So that's just another issue. Okay, so chlorine bleach. Everybody has been buying chlorine bleach and Clorox. So this is the part of the class where I want to make you aware of things you may not have thought about. You may want to consider an alternative. It can irritate your skin, serious if you ingest it or get it in your eyes. It can make you nauseous. It can aggravate respiratory and heart issues. If you're cleaning with it, it can corrode metal, and it's so hazardous if it gets mixed with some other cleaning products. Lethal fumes can come out of it, so you have to be very careful. It will take, if you splash it, it's going to take dye out of your clothes, and if you have children in your home, it really should be locked up, not just put away. It's extremely toxic. So this is the website I was telling you about, the Environmental Working Group, and you could they have so much information. In one section of their website is about cleaning products, and they will tell you, you can dive deep into this, but toxic chemicals are a leading cause of chronic health problems. So everyone again is running for the Lysol, and you could look up their rating. It's absolutely toxic. It affects your immune system. It can cause damage to DNA, and it can cause cancer. That's the Lysol. In the middle, I have a photo of the back of the Clorox wipes. And I don't know how many of you know that it says hazards to human and domestic animals. And if you're asking children to use these, or if a teacher has them in the classroom and the children are help cleaning up, you must know that you have anybody, children or adults, you have to wash your hands after you use Clorox wipes. So will they kill germs? Yes, but at a cost? Yes. So these are my suggestions for alternatives. These are some products you might have at home. You still have to use caution, but rubbing alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and grain alcohol. Grain alcohol is, I honestly don't know what they use it for, but it's 190 proof is 95% alcohol. And I'm not a medical authority. I told you I'm a home economist and essential oils expert. That's it. And the CDC website is constantly changing, but they have said something about 70% alcohol content to kill germs. So I'm going to show you some products I make with these things, but I do want to let you know that the isopropyl alcohol and the grain alcohol, it is flammable. That's why you still have to use caution, and it still has to be locked from children. Hydrogen peroxide may be a little safer, and that's a great alternative to kill germs, but hydrogen peroxide will take color out of clothing. So I will not read this list, but I will tell you, can read this over for yourself. We're routinely exposed to these chemicals from the moment we wake up in the morning. It's not just the cleaning products. you know, our society has gone in a different way. And I don't know if it was our grandmothers or our great grandmothers who used simple things, which I will talk more about in a minute. But we've evolved into a consumer society and everything's about profit and marketing. And I don't know how much is really like about the care and nurturing and wellness of people and families and children. And these are just this formaldehyde. Look at formaldehyde on that list. It's your health and beauty products too, and it's just so sad. So I want to just give you an example. This is from, I think this is Scrubbing Bubbles. Okay, this is a page from the Environmental Protection Agency, and they give you all their chemicals that will kill COVID and germs, and there's a little chart. I just picked one out, quaternary ammonia, which is in Scrubbing Bubbles, and they say if you want to kill these different diseases, follow the instructions for rotavirus and let it be on contact for 5 minutes. But what I want to show you here is these chemicals are called quats, or quaternary ammonia, and they contribute to asthma and breathing problems. They irritate your skin, they cause rashes. The label does say to wipe your hands after you use it. And you might say, you know, and there's reproductive issues and stuff, and you might say, I just clean stuff up once or twice. There's there's a toxic load. You may be introduced once and you might say no big deal, but if you're using things, you use them every day, day after day, week after week, it starts to add up. And this down here is the link where I got this page. And I was reading a review about this, and I love this quote. It said, "Are you doing open heart surgery on your kitchen table?" Again, I have to say, I'm not a medical expert, but when I was a kid, I played in the dirt. My mother gave me a spoon and I used to dig in the dirt. There is something to say for people who farm and who garden and get their hands in the dirt. We have to be exposed to some things. And again, you have to, you know, talk to your medical professional about that. But I do want to show you a page from the Environmental Working Group that rates these particular scrubbing bubbles as an F in terms of safety. And here you see there's asthma and respiratory problems, and there's some risk for cancer, the environment, reproductive toxicity. And, you know, I could tell you Windex and Lysol and Tide and your bathroom cleaner. There's some good ones, but don't believe that because it's sold in the store that it's safe. Okay, I'm going to go over a couple specific products. Okari, are we still good with the chat?
Yes, we are. Go ahead,
Okay.
Janice.
Okay, thanks. Okay, so I wanted to try a natural product. This is a toilet bowl cleaner, and I just want to mention something called greenwashing. Greenwashing means you put a green label on it, like Clorox Greenworks or Mrs. Myers or Method or seventh generation, and it's healthy, so I can use that. Well, first of all, Mrs. Myers, Method, seventh generation, they're all owned by the big companies. Colgate, Palmolive, the Clorox Company, SC, Johnson, Johnson & Johnson, Unilever. They own all these little, what used to be little green companies, and they do sell some products that are good, but don't grab it off the shelf without testing it, because this one rated, and this is another app for your phone. It's called Think Dirty, and you could take the phone and hold it up to the UPC symbol right in the store, see how it rates. Because of the fragrance, it got an 8, 10 being the worst, and I have to tell you, the fragrance is horrible. This really stinks, and it cost $5.59. So I have an alternative. I don't know if okay, I don't. Well, I can send you, I make a bathroom cleaner. I buy, maybe it's on one of the other slides, I forgot, but I buy like a ketchup squeeze bottle from the store or from Amazon, and I use peroxide in my Thieves cleaner, or you could use Dr. Bronner's soap, some essential oil, some peroxide, and it's all natural, and it cleans the toilet wonderfully. And again, I mentioned a lot of this, but what I just wanted to emphasize on this slide is that there are so many chemicals that are banned in Europe and in Canada, and they are allowed to be sold in the United States. And the United States just whatever doesn't have the manpower or the resources to keep up with this. And also the government has grandfathered in a lot of chemicals, so many chemicals that hadn't gone through testing. They're trying to go back and change the law, but there's very few chemicals on the shelves that have been tested. And these are all the different, I mentioned birth defects and respiratory and skin and all, but there's, there could be cell damage, hair loss, autoimmunes, burns, poisonings, sore throat, just an uncomfortable feeling, damage to your organs, especially your liver. And I want to share a quick Pine Sol story. So Pine Sol, I assume, started off as a healthy cleaner made with pine. I use pine essential oil when I, whatever. But I posted something on my social media about using pine essential oil, and somebody that I know told me that her friend was using Pine Sol to clean her bathroom, and then was going to the airport to travel and was detained by security because they sensed bomb-making material on her, and it was the chemicals from the Pine Sol, and that's a true story. So anyway, this is just, you're gonna feel better when you use the natural products. And so this is what I'm going to suggest that you use. I'm going to teach you about Thieves Cleaner. Here's some of it already diluted in a bottle, and I have it. Well, I'll show you a picture. I have the concentrate, or Dr. Bronner's soap. I have soap down there. Baking soda, washing soda, which I'll tell you what that is, peroxide, white vinegar, but don't use vinegar on stone or marble or any natural stone like that. I make my own granite cleaner with isopropyl alcohol. Essential oils, soap and water, salt and lemons, and as I told you, with caution, isopropyl alcohol, grain alcohol, and borax. And you know what? If you have that, you can clean anything, and you don't have a lot of clutter under your cabinets either. This is Castile Soap, and some people don't know what that is. It's nice to make. You can find a lot of do-it-yourself cleaner recipes with Castile Soap. It's a vegan vegetable soap. They call it Castile because they started making that with olives from the Castile region of Spain. These are just two different brands. I'll use it a little bit here and there. You can also use it to make health and beauty products. I use the Thieves Cleaner, and I was just looking for my concentrated bottle, but I don't know if they have it here, but it doesn't matter. That's a picture of it. They make a cleaner that is all totally plant and mineral based. Now, what this has over the soap is that this is a cleaner, so there's surfactants in it, and surfactants bind with oil and grease and dirt, and they take it to the surface. But instead of harmful chemical surfactants, they use a coconut-based surfactant. So it's just so interesting. So it has a little bit more than just a soap, although a soap. This is all better than 409 and Fantastic and any of that stuff. And it's made with the Thieves essential oil. So I'm going to show you a little video now. Let me just set that up for you. Sorry, just bear with me for one moment. Oh, I see what I had to do. Sorry about that. How to make Thieves Cleaner in a spray bottle and the different things that you can use it for. Thieves Cleaner is completely plant and mineral based, and it comes very concentrated. So the way you make it is you get a spray bottle. I happen to decorate this one, but any spray bottle would be fine. Glass is preferred, or a hard plastic like this. In fact, you can save these and just when you're done with them and use them for diluted Thieves spray cleaner by just putting any standard spray top on them. So don't throw them out. But right now this is very concentrated. It's a wonderful grease cutter. I use it to get stains out of clothing. I sometimes dilute it just a little bit. I mix it with baking soda to make a paste. But the general cleaner that you need, that you're going to make, is with this spray bottle is 16 ounces. There's 2 cups of water in there. So what you will do is add 1 or 2 capfuls of the Thieves Cleaner. And that's it. If you, sometimes at home, I have one bottle with one cap and I make another bottle a little stronger with two caps.
Janice?
Everything.
Janice?
Yes.
We don't see the video.
Oh, and you can see
okay.
I'm in my kitchen. So there
Oh,
is
I'm so
nothing
sorry.
that
Okay,
I like to clean better than my kitchen cabinets.
let me
especially
stop it.
that
Oh,
they're
I am
white.
so sorry.
I'd like
Okay.
No problem. At first, it was so funny. At first, I thought there was a delay.
Yes.
I thought maybe you were talking and then there was a delay. And then I realized, oh, she's playing the video.
Oh, okay. So I have it here and I apologize.
No problem. No problem.
Yeah, and I'm like moving around and like, what you doing? All right, I think, can you see it now before I start to play it?
Yes, we can see it now.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'd like to show you how to make Thieves Cleaner in a spray bottle
This is
and the
the
different
loudest
things
I can
that
make
you
it.
can use it for. Thieves Cleaner is completely plant and mineral based and it comes very concentrated. So the way you make it is you get a spray bottle. I happen to decorate this one, but any spray bottle will be fine. Glass is preferred or a hard plastic like this. In fact, you can save these and just when you're done with them and use them for diluted Thieves spray cleaner by just putting any standard spray top on them. So don't throw them out. But right now this is very concentrated. It's a wonderful grease cutter. I use it to get stains out of clothing. I sometimes dilute it just a little bit. I mix it with baking soda to make a paste. But the general cleaner that you need, that you're going to make, is with this spray bottle is 16 ounces. There's 2 cups of water in there. So what you will do is add 1 or 2 capfuls of the Thieves cleaner. And that's it. If you, sometimes at home I have one bottle with 1 cap and I make another bottle a little stronger with 2 caps. But I clean everything with this and 1 cap is absolutely fine. And you can see I'm in my kitchen, so there is nothing that I like to clean better than my kitchen cabinets, especially that they're white. And I just spray. I love microfiber cloths and I can clean, let's see if you can see, well, I don't know if you can see, but I'm cleaning my kitchen cabinets. I can clean my microwave, my stove, the kitchen counters, the floor, the blinds. I even just pulled out, I love to clean the air conditioner filters, and I'll vacuum this and then I'll put it in the sink and I'll spray this Thieves cleaner with it. You can see I have a white door in the back. I clean the doors with it, the walls, the telephones, and the bathroom, the toilet, the counters, the tile floors, you just name it. The Thieves cleaner cleans everything. And what's nice is there's no clutter under my kitchen sink because I have so few products, because this cleans everything. So again, 1 or 2 capfuls in a spray bottle with water, and that's it. So now I want to do something fun. I want to show you how I make pumpkin spice Thieves cleaner. You can do a lot with Thieves cleaner. This one, the original, just smells really, really good. Some people love lemon, so they'll put a couple of extra drops of lemon essential oil in there or citrus fresh. And I have a recipe for a basil rosemary, and there's just so much you can do, and that one smells really good too. But I thought today I would show you the pumpkin spice, and this is just an Avery label that I put on a plain glass spray bottle. So I'm going to put 2 caps of the Thieves cleaner in this because I really like how it smells, and that's just going to add to the nice pumpkin-y flavor. Ooh, I went over. Okay, that's okay. So then after that, you add 10 drops of orange essential oil. 1, 2. Okay, and you see a couple of extra drops came out. Don't worry about that. This is cinnamon bark. I'm going to put 5 drops. Even with the Thieves cleaner or any of these oils, it's not like you're cooking and it has to be an exact recipe. 2 drops of clove. And if you like a particular oil and you want to put a little extra of that, then you can do that too. 2 drops of nutmeg. This smells so good. And 2 drops of ginger. This is a real pumpkin spice flavor, and these other oils just add to the cleaning power. And again, I will clean I just swirl it a little bit. I will clean everything that I just said before with this, but I don't know why, it just smells especially strong, and I love to use it when I clean the bathroom. So have fun with your Thieves Cleaner, because cleaning can be fun. When really, honestly, when it smells this good, yeah, you don't mind the cleaning. It's that much less of a chore.
Okay, hopefully that stopped. All right, thank you for interrupting me, and hopefully the next one I'll get better. I wanted to add that the Thieves Cleaner is great.
My sources tell me that
Oh.
since September
Oh,
2016,
sorry.
we have put together
Yes.
10 things to toss
Oh,
video. That was
sorry
our
about
first
that.
one, and since then, we've released
Okay, another video went on after that. This is great to use it if you have pets or if you have children. People even clean their children's toys with the Thieves Cleaner, because again, it's all plant and mineral based. So I hope that just inspires you that like it can smell nice when you're cleaning, and that can help you to want to clean more. I'm just going to get my program back, and we will be right there. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing for, oh, there we go. Okay, I'm going to just bear with me 1 minute while I get that back, and I will, at that time, please think of any questions that you may have, and this will just take me a minute to get back to where I was. I got it down pat, but just take a minute. Okay. So please, at this time, think of any questions, and I'm just about to go back to the slides, but I would be happy to answer any questions. Okay, here we are. Apologies, just 1 minute. Keep thinking of your questions. I will get that right back.
No questions. Go ahead, Janice.
No questions? Okay.
Thank you.
I have it here. I just want to get back to share screen. I'm just, I have it up for myself, but I'm just, I think I might have it right now. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Okay, you can see the slides now? I hope you can you all see the slides?
Yes, I can see
Yes,
it.
okay, good. Again, sorry for the little bit of a delay. I was comparing in this slide, I compared Thieves Cleaner to 409, and as you can see, the 409 for the same amount of Thieves Cleaner was twice the price. It had a bad rating. It, you know, when you clean again, you might feel it in your lungs. When you use the Thieves, you don't have to wear masks or gloves. There's no poison control information. It really just smells great as you clean, and it ends up being less expensive. So this is what I mentioned to you. You can just make it like I showed you the video. You could add a couple of extra drops of lemon if you like it. And if somebody in the house isn't well, you can make it really strong by adding oregano and thyme. And I'm also going to show you a recipe. This is what I made on the video. Here's a recipe for rosemary basil. That just smells so good. And I promise you, you're gonna like cleaning if you smell this. This is something I got from Instagram, and it's this kind of all over social media. Somebody got these Petri dishes that grow bacteria, and she took dirt off her children's the bottom of her children's shoes when they came in, and she tested, you can see this, Mrs. Myers and Lysol, vinegar, Clorox, the thieves cleaner, the thieves oil, and oregano oil. And I think I showed you some. Yes, I have oregano oil here. This is a very, very strong oil, and it shows you that the thieves cleaner did the best job. Actually, the oregano essential oil did the really, really best job. So that's why if someone in my house isn't feeling well, I throw a little oregano or thyme into the thieves cleaner. But the cleaner and the oil did fantastic. Okay, I just wanted to mention with dusting, I showed microfiber cloth when I was in that video. What I like about microfiber, it will pick up the dust. And what you may not realize about dust is it's not just a harmless thing that looks ugly on your dark furniture. It has bug parts in it. It has pollen. It has bacteria. The dust like holds on to all the microbes and the pathogens. It has skin cells and little dust mites and little bits of plastic, and it's not just pleasant. So whether you use a dry cloth or a microfiber cloth with a little water or thieves cleaner, that would be, it. So I want to show you some of the wipes that I make myself. I'm going to come back and just show you. And I'm going to show you another video. Hopefully this one will go smoother. But I bought this container. It's OXO, the OXO brand, and I got it on Amazon. And this is supposed to be, oh, you know what? I grabbed this and the roll is almost done. But I make my own wipes, and I really do. Every time I use them, I smell them because I use essential oils when I make them and the thieves cleaner. And then I also want to show you, I make this one, it just says disinfecting wipes because instead of using water, I used grain alcohol when I made these. So let me switch to the video. Just a moment. All right, so I think you guys can still see me.
Here is a way to make healthy.
Yes, we can see you.
Can you see
No.
the video? Yeah?
No, just you.
Oh, you can't. Oh, I know. Okay. So now we're going to catch it right away. And let me just go back to, okay, let's see. I think I might be able to get it. I'm learning as I go along, but I think I got it a little quicker. Can you see the video?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
No.
This is how to make your own thieves wipes.
Safe for your family and inexpensive wipes. You can make a regular cleaning version or you can make a disinfecting version. First, you'll take your roll of paper towels and you'll cut it to size to the container. Here is a short roll that I cut, and that's for this size container. If you want to make larger wipes, I was able to get this container on Amazon, and I cut a larger size of wipe. Just be very careful when you're cutting the paper towels. So what you would do is you take the cardboard roll out and put the roll of paper towels in your container. Then it's so easy. Take 2 cups of water, and your measurement does not have to be exact. I'm putting in 2 capfuls of thieves cleaner. This is very concentrated. And then a few drops of lemon essential oil, or you can use citrus fresh. And you could do how many drops you want. There is no exact recipe for this. I like the lemon smell, so I put a lot. And let me just go grab a spoon. And then you just want to stir it up. And then this is so easy. You just pour this in the container and saturate the wipes. And the wipes will soak up all the liquid. I got a little messy there, but that's okay. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I could erase this video, but you know what? Nothing has to be perfect. I like this container because you press this down and it's airtight. And then when you want to wipe, you lift it and you can pull these out, and they smell great. They clean well. They're safe around children and pets, and they're much more inexpensive to make. Now, if you want to make disinfecting wipes. Here's one. I keep these by my door, and I happen to like these. I covered a container. You can see there's not many left, but all I did was for the water, I substituted 95% grain alcohol, 95% alcohol, and I made disinfecting wipes. So I hope that helps you. And yeah, see, if I use this container, it's a smaller size, that fits in. You take the cardboard roll out and you push that in. I did that a little messy. And you do the same thing. You pour the liquid in and they'll start coming out. I mean, if you have a plastic container like this, you can cut an X in it or a circle and pull them out. You can do whatever you want with it. So happy wipe making.
Okay. So I hope that gave you some ideas. We'll go back to the slide. Oh, I just.
There is a
Oh,
huge
sorry.
fundraising deadline coming up.
That was really cool, Janice. I love
Oh.
making your own wipes. That was really cool.
Oh, thanks for saying that. And you know what? It's I find there's something satisfying about it. And I related to this. They often say if you want children to eat certain foods, to get them involved in preparing the food. And I just feel that when you're making your own products, it motivates you to clean. I've been doing this for a long time, and every time I pull out one of these wipes, I'm like, this is so cool, or this smells so great. So anything to get you excited about cleaning, I think, hopefully.
Exactly. And then the house must smell so nice when you're all done.
And you know, I do find, I'm not just saying this, but people walk in my house all the time and they say it smells so nice in here. And sometimes I don't even realize it, but between diffusing and using all these products, it just, I guess it just does. So thank you. I'm gonna see if I can get right back to the slides. And I think after this presentation, I think I'll be pretty good at this. Can you guys see the slide? But maybe not. Oh wait.
Yes, we
Yeah.
see it.
Okay. Only thing is I wanted to get it larger for you. So just give me 1 minute so I can see. Okay, well.
How about if you click right on the slide? If you click the slide,
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Well, you really are the expert.
No worries.
Okay, this is just, again, we were talking about nice smells. These are two oils that really do up your cleaning. Lemon is a wonderful Gooby Gone. I don't know if any of you buy Gooby Gone to take sticky labels off. It's a petroleum-based product. Nothing takes labels off like lemon essential oil. And Citrus Fresh also. I use these. I'm going to show you how I clean my sink with them. But I make my own bleach, and I'll show you some of these slides. But these are just really nice, fresh smelling oils. And these essential oils come from the peel of the citrus fruits. So here's just another comparison. And again, you can screenshot this or get the slide from me. But when I compared Windex with Method window cleaner or making my own, the Method was 369. It got an 8 out of 10 being the worst rating. Windex was 349, the same bad rating. And I use tap water, so it cost me 85 cents to make my own window cleaner of the same amount. And if you have hard water and use distilled water, it would cost $1.22. So, there's a lot to think about in terms of saving money, not only in terms of, a healthier product. This is what I clean my floor with. I don't use those disposable pieces of, like the paper that you can put on the Swiffer. I use a microfiber cloth and I wash them. I also love the Spin Mop, which is just really, really great. And those are the floor cleaners that I use. So, you all know what baking soda is, but I don't know if you know what washing soda is. Washing soda and borax are in the supermarket, but sometimes they're on a very high or low shelf, and you probably pass them a million times, but you don't know what they are. Super washing soda or washing soda is just, it's a variation Instead of sodium bicarbonate, it's sodium carbonate, and it's stronger. And you can put some in with your laundry. It's a laundry booster. It helps things get cleaner. It also absorbs odors. Both of these products discourage bacterial growth. They're mild abrasives, and I love to use them in cleaning. And I have one more video for you tonight, and this is my sink cleaning video.
Stain, you
Oh, can you see,
borax. You can add a little borax to that. Borax is a natural.
can you see this, everyone?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so this is our last video tonight, and it's
You don't have to use toxic chemicals to clean your sink. Here's a simple thing to do. Put some baking soda in a shaker jar. Shake a little baking soda because it's a mild and natural abrasive. And then take some lemon essential oil, or if you like citrus fresh or grapefruit, and just sprinkle a few drops in the sink. And you can use this in your sink and your tub, and just add a little water and rinse. And that's a quick way to freshen your sink without any chemicals. Now, if you need to clean a little deeper, either for your sink or your tub, take some baking soda. I have some baking soda here, and you don't have to measure. You make your own soft scrub. I just pour some baking soda in a little dish, and then I use Thieves Concentrated Cleaner, and I put a little bit of that in there. And this smells so good. And here, there was a little something there. You just crush the baking soda, and you make a paste. Now this one is a little liquid. I have some more baking soda here if you want to make it a little more pasty. If it's too thick, you can add some water. And if things are really dirty and you really have to get out some grime and stain, you might want to use borax. You can add a little borax to that. Borax is a natural mineral. However, you do have to be cautious with it. You have to keep it out of reach of children. It can be an irritant, but this is the stronger scrub. Regardless, it smells wonderful. And again, if you want to put a few drops of essential oil in it, you can. And you have the most natural smelling, safe to use scrub for your tub and your sink. And you would just use it like any soft scrub. And what's the nice benefit is that you're getting aromatherapy as you clean. And then just rinse everything off. Now I'm doing this quick. I had some stains before. I was really scrubbing with this, but it's nice because it takes all the soap scum off the bathroom tub. Another natural abrasive you could use is kosher salt. So I hope that gives you some ideas to get toxic chemicals out of your house and to freshen up your sinks, your tubs, and to have everything smelling really nice. You don't have to use toxic chemicals to clean your sink. Here's a
Sorry, I
simple
just have to
thing
shut
do.
that
Put
off.
some baking soda in a shaker jar. Shake a little baking soda.
okay now.
You know, Janice, oh, sorry, I just wanted to say that was really interesting to see. And sometimes even the store-bought cleaners, that are those scrubs that have the chemicals, sometimes don't even remove the stains or the soap scum. So it's so nice that this is all natural, and you were saying it really removes all the stains. So that's so cool.
Yeah, it really is. And it's my favorite to clean the tub. It just gets right through everything. And it's like these natural things are just right under our noses. And sometimes we go for all this expensive stuff. So anyway, I want to move on, but I forgot you gave me the hint to make this full screen again.
I think you click the slide.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Oh, wait.
Wait.
It's okay. Let me just see.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. Let me just see if I. Yeah, well, I won't go crazy because it's pretty big enough. Oh, you know what? I think I do know how, but I can't. well, you know what, I'm going to go on just not to waste time. I'm going to just flip through a few recipes that you can copy. This is the toilet bowl cleaner that I was talking about previously. Wait, just go back. Oh, wait. All right, that's what I just showed you. This is a natural scouring powder, and if I have, it depends if we have time, I'll show you how I make it. But as comparison, I want to show you that Comet got C and D and F ratings, and Ajax has all kind of concerns for asthma and skin and reproductive cancer. You can see these from the EWG, and I make the most divine smelling scouring powder. I have the jar right here, and there's a few more slides I'd like to finish up, and then at the end I'll make this for you, and hopefully we will have time to do it. So that's a little bit different than what I just showed you, but you have so many options and so much available to you. That is the toilet bowl cleaner. And then for wash, you could save so much money and be so much healthier by using vinegar for your fabric softener, and dryer balls instead of wool dryer balls, which I'll show you, instead of dryer sheets, because those are embedded with so much toxic chemicals, and they get in the fiber of your clothing, and whether that gets on your sheets and you're sleeping on your sheets for 8 hours a day, or it gets on your clothing, that's going to get into your skin, and your skin is your largest organ, and this fabric softener is laying on your skin. So vinegar is so much less expensive, and what a great way. It freshens your laundry, and it's a great softener. And you can make your own laundry detergent. I like to use the Thieves laundry detergent. This is the picture of the wool dryer balls. They dry your laundry quicker. They help with static. You can put a few drops of essential oils. So for example, you could put some lavender on the dryer balls and make your towels smell very spa-like. Or if you want to clean something up, but clean the smell up, you might want to add a little purification. If someone in the family hasn't been well, you might want to put some Thieves on the dryer balls. So I really like them a lot. I love the satisfaction of making my own wipes. I like to make my own bleach too. And it's not a bleach that takes out color. It's an oxygen bleach, something similar, but without the harmful chemicals as OxyClean. OxyClean is a peroxide bleach. So, well, actually it will take the color out, but it's just not as strong if it's diluted. So using this is not going to necessarily take the color out, but the peroxide will. You could always test the spot, but I put this on all my laundry. It's peroxide and lemon juice, lemon essential oil. For picture purposes, I used a clear glass jar so you could see it, but peroxide needs to be in a dark container. So I did buy amber color large jars for it, or if you put it in a clear jar, just put it in a cabinet. When I take my wash out, it's the same thing. I'm just, this smells so fresh. It's really great, and nothing like what's coming out of the dryer vents in people's homes. And you can do, there's so much. Again, we can't go through everything in detail, but I've switched over not only my laundry detergent, but my dishwasher detergent, because when I buy those little cascade things and I open it up, the whole thing smells like chlorine to me. I use vinegar in the rinse compartment of my dishwasher. And this is a great recipe if you want to make your own dishwasher detergent. You don't have to buy those harmful chemical things. And the pods, you have to be very careful that children don't think that they're candy. Another great cleaning spray is to just take some dish soap or the Castile soap and mix it with vinegar, 2/3 vinegar to 1/3 soap. I did it with the Thieves dishwashing liquid, but the Thieves products are very, very concentrated. So I used a little less than 1/3, but that's just up on my window ledge, vinegar and dish soap and the peppermint spray. And just a quick reminder to keep things clean for children and the teens, especially if they're doing some of their schooling at home. When they're out of the house all day, that's one thing, but once they're in the house a lot, it's just like the study of the women who worked from home. They're breathing in what's in the house. So, keep that. And I think it's important to use safe products for children. Children are crawling on the floor, they're touching everything, they're putting things in their mouth. And if they're exposed to any chemical, their bodies are so much smaller in proportion that they're getting a greater hit from those toxic chemicals. So I just wanted to put on my information again, and then I'll do a demonstration. I will answer any questions that you have, and I'll just give you that for a moment in case you want. And then I'll stop sharing the screen in a moment. I'm going to set up my little demo to show you how to make the scouring powder. Okay, so I'm back. So I have 3 of these jars at home. These are just mason jars. This happens to be a pretty one with a different shape, but you just have to get a regular mason jar, and you could get this shaker type top on Amazon. So I have one of these under my kitchen sink, and you saw that in the video. It just has baking soda in it. So I could just quickly sprinkle baking soda and add a little essential oil and clean. Then I have one of these in my bathroom, which has baking soda and a little citrus fresh essential oil, because citrus fresh is just such a nice scent. And I have the squirt bottle I showed you that I make of toilet bowl cleaner, but if I want to just quick freshen the bowl quickly, I just have this in the bathroom and I shake it in the bowl and use the brush. And so I have one there. And then I have a scouring powder. So this is taking the place of, I'm gonna just make this like this. This is taking the place of Ajax and that type of thing. So you take a half a cup of, this is borax, and a half a cup of just regular old salt, and a half cup of baking soda. And then just, I didn't have a glass bowl and I wanted you to be able to see, so I just use this. Put all 3 in there. Ooh. And then you stir it around with a little essential oil. Now you could use whatever fragrance you like. Jade lemon happens to have a very lemony smell, and I really, really like it. So I don't count. I really like it. You could do 10, you could do 20, you can do whatever you want, but put something in for fragrance. Will it work without the essential oil? Absolutely. But lemon does cut grease. So you just mix this all around. And you know what you can do if you really want to be super crazy about it? You can get a sifter or a sieve if any of these products are lumpy, but it's not so much of a big deal. And you just mix it up. And then you pour it in this shaker. And you have a really nice substitute. I don't know how well this is going to pour on camera, but a really nice substitute for Ajax or Comet. And I wish, Carrie and I were talking about this before. I wish I could do this in person so I could pass this around and you could smell it, but you get the idea. You would just fill that up and you have a nice shaker. So I have a couple of other things, but I have been talking for a while, and I would love to hear what your questions are. So I see there's, oh, I think I can see the chat. Oh, okay. Oh, that was just from before. So does anybody have any questions?
I'm going to actually make sure that everyone can unmute themselves. So let me make sure, yes, allow participants to unmute themselves. So go ahead. If anyone has any questions, you can turn your mics on.
If not, I'll just show you a couple of other things, but I'll give you a minute because I really want this to be about you and what's of interest to you. You can tell I just love this stuff. I feel that your home environment is so important. You spend so much time at home, and now even more time at home. So you want it to be a happy place and a healthy place, and you want it to smell good, you know? So making these things are really, you know, very, it's like creative. It's like any craft that you have, anything that you create, whether it's music or it's artwork or you're a carpenter or, you know, whatever it is, crafts, it just feels good. And I think it's the same thing with the cleaning. And of course you're saving money and you're doing healthy things for your family. So I don't see anything in the chat. I'm thinking.
I have a question, Janice.
Okay, sure.
Okay, my name is Meryl.
Hi, Meryl.
Hi. I also use the essential oils. I found your discussion fascinating and very, very helpful. Now, I have a question. My sink is stainless steel. Can I use your recipe to clean it?
You can.
It can. It won't scratch it.
It won't scratch, no, because the baking soda is such a mild abrasive, and it's going to be fine. And in my packet of recipes, I have a stainless steel cleaner also.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, because my sink isn't stainless steel. I forgot it offhand, but in that packet is a stainless steel, like even for appliances and all. And
My refrigerator. I could use it on the refrigerator, the doors and hand.
Yeah,
Oh my God, I was just thinking before you came on, I'm looking at my sink thinking, okay, I'm washing it down, but it's not coming as, honestly, as clean as I'd like it to be. So I'm wondering, so just the plain baking soda and any of the Young Living oils?
yes, I like lemon and citrus fresh. Do you have those?
Yes. And
Okay,
I also have the
awesome.
jade lemon.
Oh, awesome. So you're way ahead. That's awesome. That's so great. The
I
jade,
only,
go ahead.
I was going to say, I only use essential oils. If I have a headache, it's peppermint oil. If it's a stomach ache, it's Digees. I have not taken any medication in years once I found the Young Living, and it's fantastic. But I didn't know about how to use it as far as the cleansers, except I mixed it with vinegar to
Yeah.
clean. So
Yeah.
this was so helpful. It's
Oh,
wonderful. I'm so excited.
I'm so
I
glad.
really am. Thank you.
You're very welcome, and I'm so happy that you have the Young Living oils. I have the same experience with my family. We keep ourselves, I can't make any claims, and I'm not a medical doctor, but we keep ourselves so healthy using the oils. And again, that's another
I
whole
agree.
class, but I just find they're a blessing, and it's nature, and it's sometimes we find our solutions in nature. So I'm so glad you're having that experience, and you can contact me if you have any trouble with the stainless steel. You have my
Okay.
contact information, but I think the lemon essential oil. I've read many recipes. You could even use fractionated or just coconut oil will shine that up
I
nice.
have that too.
Okay, good, very
In fact,
good.
I make my own deodorant
Yes.
with the essential oils, and I'm trying now to learn how to make my own facial moisturizer, so I don't have to buy the processed ones.
Fabulous. That's such a healthy lifestyle. I'm going to give you two suggestions, and
I'd love it.
it might sound crazy, but the Thieves toothpaste is the
Uh-huh.
best natural deodorant I have ever used. Not the whitening,
Really?
just the Thieves toothpaste. When you're done, I mean, you have to apply it from the tube, and your hands will be a little sticky, but there's nothing like it. And in emergency, you can spray a little purification under your arms. So
Wow.
you can Google this. There's lots of recipes to make anything with essential oils online. But the regular Thieves Aroma Bright toothpaste, that's what I use for deodorant. It's just awesome.
Yeah, I know. I have the Thieves essential oil, and I have the Thieves cleanser. There's a pharmacy near us in Rockville Center that sells all the essential, all of the Young Living products.
Oh, okay.
So it's very easy to access.
Okay, good. And if you caught my social media and you want to learn more, those
Mhm.
videos I showed you are from my YouTube channel, but I do have Instagram and Facebook, and I'm always doing education on essential oils. So, yeah. So, yeah, I'm so
Thank you so much.
excited.
I appreciate this. This is wonderful.
Oh,
I'm
I'm
so
very
excited.
happy. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Janice, you mentioned something about coconut oil when Meryl was, what was that for?
Okay, so it will help shine stainless steel. But coconut oil, there's two types. This regular coconut oil that you get in the jar, and when it's warm out, it turns liquid, and in the winter, it's a solid. So they also have something called fractionated coconut oil, and fractionated coconut oil means it always stays liquid. So I just have a little one with me, but when you use essential oils for other things, a lot of people who use essential oils make roller bottles. Just see if I have another example. All right, this is all I have right now. So when you put essential oils in a roller bottle, you usually add fractionated coconut oil to that. It's called a carrier oil. And also if you apply essential oils to your skin, and if most of them are fine to apply directly, but some of them might be a little strong, like the Thieves or cinnamon or clove or thyme, you dilute it with the coconut oil. So coconut oil and other fatty oils go hand in hand with using essential oils, but coconut oil shines. I even make in that packet is also a furniture polish, but I forgot which recipe. There's so many recipes, but I like to, with the furniture polish, I think that recipe is a different fatty oil, but even when I clean my cutting boards and I want to polish them up with an oil, I use coconut because coconut oil doesn't turn rancid. So other oils might. So coconut oil can be used in cleaning. And I didn't get into that too much because we could talk about this for days. And I could do one class just on one type of cleaner. But if you look into it, you can use it for cleaning. You can, as Meryl said, you could use it for health. You can make beauty products with it, like for your skin. You can dilute oils with it. And one other thing for those who are interested in oils, what I should clarify is even though these are called oils, these are not fatty oils. Fatty oils we use often in the essential oil world, we call them carrier oils, but they're oils like coconut, olive, avocado, grapeseed. Those are fatty oils. And I'll just mention one other quick thing. They're great to have fatty oils around, including coconut, because if God forbid you get an essential oil in your eye, like for example, Meryl mentioned she used peppermint on her head, which I do too. But if peppermint goes too close to your eyes, it starts to travel into your eyes and it burns. And
Oh, yeah.
Everybody's first reaction is to throw water. Water is going to make it push it in even more. So you can throw some coconut oil or olive oil, whatever, on a cotton puff and just wipe it out, and the fatty oil will grab it and take it out. So there's so many uses for coconut oil with essential oil.
Wow, thank you so much, Janice. That was great.
You're welcome. Anybody have anything else?
Let me end the recording here. Hold on one second.